marketing is not about over-promising, but marketing is just bringing a great product into people's hands.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But how do you do that? How do you keep yourself from over-promising?
It's very hard, especially with AI, especially when it's like a hot topic. You want to use that word. I think we should use AI, and I think it's great to enhance products.
Yeah.
But marketing shouldn't be used to overpromise things, because then what you're going to see is that users are not sticking. That's that second part of product hunt, in the product hunt, pause hog. So like you have an entering point, you can bring thousands of people onto a landing page, and then they can read the landing page and then sign up, and then it's a mess. So essentially what you want users to come back to your platform and use it, or to use your app. So overpromising is not a good marketing strategy. Yeah. What we've seen in the community is just with like good products is people share the product, what they built, how it works, and what you can achieve with it. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of goes from there. I mean, I did that mistake, don't get me wrong. Like I did that mistake with the first launch of Clue. So we kind of started with search, and then somewhere around that time, AI kind of came, or it was available to everyone, and we wanted to implement that in Clue. So the solution was like, okay, you don't have to find a file, but you can ask a question and you will get the answer. And it wasn't possible. Like the idea is there. It's great marketing story. It's easy to build this narrative that never read anything, get to your information 10 times faster. Yeah. AI will do the job for you. But then if the user doesn't achieve what you've said, he's not going to discover or let himself to discover the platform deeper. He's gone. Like that aha moment that you promised to them on landing page, they didn't achieve it. They're gone. Yeah. So
even the big companies that try to do this right, and I was a little bit taken by surprise by Apple. One, because they named AI Apple Intelligence and they completely took over this term. But second, because the way they approached it seemed very reasonable. So exactly as you say, what can we enhance in our product for people to discover with AI? Okay, so we could do summarization, we can help with text, we can, like they did it right in my opinion. And then they couldn't get it out, probably because there's always some edge cases where the AI is going to say something that it shouldn't say. And for Apple, if that makes it in the media, it's over. But secondly, these ideas that seem good on paper are actually not that helpful. Let me give you one example. One of their headlining features, and something that iOS really, really needs, is notification summaries. Your notifications are a mess on iOS. Like, I don't get anything. I might as well not get it because there's just a long list of scrolling things and I just dismiss them. Like, it's too much and you're just fire hosed. Yeah, it's just, you have no control. They're just coming. So a summary of what happened, great thing. Maybe it replaces notifications. And that summary is really not telling you what happened. It's not useful. It's not good enough for most of the... I've tried it and I was like, well, I still need to go into the notifications to see exactly what happened. And sometimes the summary excludes some of the things. So then even if it does that 2 out of 10 times, if I don't trust it anymore and I think I'm going to miss something, then it's over. So they completely missed the mark on that thing. And then you start to be skeptical about other things like the writing stuff. Besides the fact that it's all running on a device and you don't have to pay for it, which is nice. They nailed that stuff. But the users don't care, to be honest. No. But besides that, it's not like a completely... It's not that good in writing. And I have really big problems with writing. And some people, they really take everything that Claude or ChatGPT writes and they just forward that. And I haven't received one of those that I can't spot yet. You know what I mean? If you're in a work customer thing, it kind of seems unprofessional in my opinion. It's still better to take something that you have and to clean it up. That's fine. but writing things from scratch, not too good. And the Apple one is even worse. So now it's looking like Apple overpromised on this, and the features are kind of meh. They're not there. And people are saying, oh, you're behind on AI. Like, look at competitors. Google's pushing it on Android. They had all sorts of features. Everything else is better because Apple runs things on a device, so they just can't do as much as, the image generation looks like AI. You could just spot it. It's just like, oh yeah, this image was made by AI. It's just so cartoonish and low quality. So yeah, you have to navigate this somehow. You also cannot mention it, because if Apple came out and said, well, we're not going to jump on this hype train with AI, like their stock would be just plummeting, because you need to do something as a big company. That's the hype cycle. And then you're tempted to do what others do as well and to hype it. You're going to have to be very careful how you communicate that. So how do you translate that to indie, right? I think indie can actually do this better, because indie doesn't need to compete with Google or with Apple. You can do one thing and do it really nice. You could do, we talked about this. YouTube, I still don't have this app. Someone give it to me. I want an app that in the live show adds the time codes, or just after the live show ends. But ideally, while we are recording, I want the time codes to be added. Okay, so I want the AI to just listen in and to write the chapters and to link to the time codes. And the expectations are set. This is it. Like you don't need to revolutionize anything. One use case, pretty simple. I think I'm going to build it myself eventually, or maybe you build it.
Yeah, I've just messaged the exact words what you were saying.
Maybe you should build it. So yeah, I think on one hand it's an advantage. On the other hand, it's fine for you to say live transcripts with AI on YouTube streams. That's a okay CTA. How would you write a CTA for this? Would you mention AI at all today?
I would definitely run 2 landing pages to see what works best. But like this live transcript should do the job.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be YouTube specific. It could be, like a standalone app that runs on your computer independently and gets sort of the sound from the browser or whatever and does this on the fly. So it doesn't even need to integrate with YouTube if that's maybe it's not possible, You could do this in many ways. So every time, but that's not only it. Like I want this live use case, and it's very specific, very niche. But there's a lot of people live streaming these days, so maybe not so niche anymore. The other use case is after the stream is over, immediately after, YouTube doesn't have transcripts, you don't have anything. Or even on a video that you've recorded and uploaded, it takes a while to get the transcripts, and you cannot get these time codes. Now, if you do it in the video editing software, Descript and so on, you can ask it to make the time codes. But that means you need to get that video uploaded, transcribe it, get it. It takes an hour. Yeah. So that's really annoying. I want to put the video there. Once the video is up, I want to get an email with the time codes from somewhere immediately. Or I want to put a link to the YouTube video and get it. There's like some free tools that can do this, and they're so incredibly horrible. Like the titles are so ChatGPT. They're so low quality. They don't have the context of the show. They use these fancy words that no one really uses in real life.
Google Meet does that. Immediately after you have video recorded your call, you get a transcript and the recording itself.
Yeah. So
it could be like a extension, a simple extension.
Yeah, a simple extension. Yeah, someone built that.
Okay.
You build that?
I'll build that. Will you buy it?
I'll buy it from you.
Okay.
People will buy it from you.
Yeah, and it could be yearly. Just one subscription.
Yes, $100.
$100 and you have your time codes forever. Timestamp.
Actually, you need to put a limit on videos because there will be some people doing a lot of videos, And you read Nick's message, like, this is expensive. You know who's making all the money? It's not V0, it's not, what are these guys called? The thing that you try that slush. Lovable?
Lovable.
Yeah, Lovable. It's OpenAI because they all get invoiced by OpenAI.
Yep.
No matter if it's good or not, no matter if it solves the problem or not.
I don't care.
Yeah, so... And the ones doing the hardware for it, NVIDIA, like their stock is just going up exponentially. And they don't have any stake in this. Like if the whole AI thing fails, which it won't because it's a pretty revolutionary tech, they still made their money and it's bye. Sandra, take it away.
Actually, I will never learn how to pronounce NVIDIA, but they don't quite make money.
No?
No. I got an insider tip.
At Slush?
I was listening to some guy speaking a few months ago, actually, and he said we don't make money. But do you trust them or you don't trust them?
You know who I trust?
Yeah?
I trust Sentry to give me the email when the website's down, when there's a bug in my code. Every single time Sentry emails me, I fix the bug. The users are happy. Thank you for sponsoring our show. Sentry, you're the best.
Show us the head then. Show us the head. That was good. Lovely people, thank you for listening us today. You can listen and watch all of this on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, on YouTube, and have a lovely, lovely weekend. Dan, thank you so much for chatting.
Thank you. Let's build something. I'm hyped. Let's do something.